Welcome everyone to another video, and I'm here to talk about AudHD, which kind of sounds like a tech thing, but it's actually autism and ADHD put together, which I've been learning about, and basically I believe that I have both. After a few months of research, let me just get a bit more relaxed here, and I when I just sort of discovered about the autism thing in myself, um, I thought that's pretty good. That's a good way to understand things. But when I was starting to do my routine and diet and things like that, I would normally there would be some things that would throw me off my routine, which is difficult. And what Auto HD is about, it's not a very professional term. It's sort of made up by the community to put the two words together. I think the main feeling that people talk about is the push and pull feeling between the autism and the ADHD aspect of it. So that was my thing. And I've been doing some research into the family, thinking that probably my mother was autistic and my father was ADHD or both. Who knows? But definitely strong ADHD, rebellious, problems in life and things like that. Both of them, which is difficult. The kitty cat is just coming along. And hello, Luxray. So that was sort of what my parents like. And during my childhood too, I would always be moving around and be pretty active at home by myself. As a kid, yeah, most kids were like that, but I was playing with toys and stories and things like that. It had a big imagination and creativity, which is, part of the ADHD, I would say. At schoolwork, I was seen as a well-behaved student, keeping quiet. However, I wasn't really good at following instructions, reading textbooks and homework. The hard work and assessments were avoided. I messed up a lot of time management. There would be too much to think about, and it would just overwhelm me. And I was very tired in the afternoons. I was just trying to sit straight and keep still. And, I sort of wanted to go out and do things or go for a walk to sort of, I don't know, to help me focus or just freshen up my mind because it would just get foggy and tired after a while sitting around doing nothing. So, nowadays it's trying to make sure that I remember things well and, I do a lot of walking, so it's a bit hyperactive side as well, I guess. My mind is always filled with ideas and thoughts and things like that. So it's a little bit hard for me to sit down and smell the roses at times. So I'm going to show off a couple charts. There's a lot of stuff to get through, so I'm just trying to get through it all as quickly as I can. I guess I am a bit of a, well, I'm mainly a chatterbox via the webcam. Not normally with people, but depends on their personality, I guess, or they talk a lot towards me. Let's have a look at the desktop, and this kind of explains me pretty well the medium one, which is like that internal struggle between routine and boredness with the same. So what I try to do is keep a flexible routine, so I'm not doing too much indoors, and then I can go out and do my walks and stuff like that. Craves social stimulation but finds it hard to navigate social situations. That is pretty much me. I do like being social and stuff like that half of the time. And the other half I like being at home and having my quiet days. So there's that kind of balance. But it makes it hard when you do want to be social. And I kind of feel like I'm the one that's always trying to make plans with people, and people don't tend to reach out for me. Hyper organized for forgetfulness and disorganization. Yes, my place is very clean, but I have locked myself out of my home like 4 times, and I'm paying off a debt to the locksmith and all that. So, not good when you do forget things, and I'm always making sure that I'm organized and got everything on me and double checking and things like that. And if I do put something in the wrong place, it's gone. Or walk into a different room and not know what I'm supposed to be doing, and fidget around too much with stuff in life. Easily overwhelmed, but feels unable to slow down and recharge. Yeah, I guess that one here is a bit like when I'm walking around a lot and I'm still thinking about lots of stuff. And even if I'm feeling physically tired, I still feel like I need to keep moving around and pacing around. So that can be a bit tricky. The second one, we'll just go through inconsistent attention struggles with transitions. Yeah. Social skills, socially inconsistent may mask difficulties. Yeah, that sounds about right. Strong reactions to sensory input fluctuates between seeking and avoiding. Yeah, that sounds good. Difficulty with both structure and flexibility. Yes, that is very true. Intense emotions may have difficulty recognizing feelings. Yeah, that's true for both. So that's a little bit tricky to keep balance of. May struggle with conversational balance. I think I'm pretty quiet. I'm pretty quiet, dude. I will chat a lot if it's something interesting or, you know, something pops in my head or something. But I'm getting better at it. Um, and I don't mind changing topics. That sort of happens too. Struggles with both organisation, adaptability, rigid thinking. Oh, okay. It's sort of, yeah, forgetting tasks is difficult. You get tired. And the rigid thinking, planning can be a bit tricky. But I think I'm pretty good with planning stuff, I think in general. But things can get thrown off if I'm tired or stressed, or if I need the dopamine hit thing that they talk about, that I guess I do when I go for walks and that. Need structure to support with flexibility for engagement. Yeah, that's the one. I do like hands-on learning. I think if you verbally tell me an instruction, it's not going to sink in as well. So you got to kind of show me how it works. I think that helps me out a lot. And strong pattern recognition, creative problem solving. Yep, that sounds about right. Big tick for the ADHD and attention to detail, deep knowledge. Yeah, the special subjects and that. So I know that not everything there is spot on, or everything is particularly correct on those charts, but it gives you a pretty good idea about the two sides of it. And I think it's interesting, sort of looking at the two and finding out why things have been difficult for me to deal with, these two things, and which is good to sort of work out. And I've been doing things like flexible routines and better diet and stuff like that, and things have been doing pretty well for me. So not every day has been great, but I think most days have been pretty good, and it's been more and more positive, which is nice. And I'm finally getting, yes, new glasses in the next couple of weeks, so that would be fixed up. So working on improvements and stuff like that. So yeah, it kind of feels. I think with my autism, it's not too bad to talk about it, but I think with the ADHD side, it feels a bit more. It's the area, it's that side that you feel more shameful and embarrassed about, because you can forget things and people, and you can. I don't miss appointments, but I could be like forget my bus stop and I have to walk home for 20 minutes, or forgetting to buy certain groceries. So I might get 90% of things on the food list, and oops, I've got something, or that sort of thing. So little things here and there that happen. So you got to sort of keep a leash on that, which is sort of difficult. It's not easy. So, I mean, there's lots of different little things I could talk about, how they sort of clash or they overlap or they sort of cancel things out. But I think it's nice to know what it is, and will I get diagnosed? Would I go see a professional? What? It's probably not worth it in terms of getting assistance or help. Yeah, it might be nice to finally know it, but I don't think it would really assist me in life in general. But if the opportunity arises, then yeah, I would definitely go for it if there was help and services out there for sure. So we'll see what happens in the future. You never know. Might find out one day. But I'm pretty sure that I've got the two, and I've been doing these improvements to life, knowing that I've got the two, and surprise, surprise, things have been working out well. So, having just that knowledge of what I have, can be a benefit as well. So I've run out of things to say. That's it for me, and I shall see you next time.